Welcome back, everybody. Today, I am going to share with you some thoughts from my newsletter on Substack, which you could check out for yourself. The link is in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. And if you feel led, hit that super button, send me a coffee. Your support will be greatly appreciated, and it'll keep these videos flowing and growing. Now, you're not failing if you're frustrated. Now, I get it. Making art is challenging. It has a way of pushing you to the edge and bringing you to your wits' end. If your work isn't where you desire it to be, no worries. I have good news. The feeling of frustration that you're up against, it's not as bad as you think. In fact, it's probably the best thing that can happen to you to get you to mastery in your creative practice. Every artist goes through stages where they hate their work. The art you're creating may not be what you like, it may get under your skin, but trust me, you're headed in the right direction. I can't count how many great ideas I've envisioned, but my skills were not up to par. The ideas were great, but the work was awful. The things I imagined, I couldn't skillfully reproduce. It was a discouraging cycle that I couldn't escape. And if you experience this, there's hope. Frustration is not failure, it's growth. I'm going to say it again. Frustration is not failure, it's growth. This may sound counterintuitive, but I didn't understand it either until I realized the role frustration played in the outcome of my current work. Here is what I learned after creating 100 paintings that ended up in the trash. My frustration was creating tension. Tension is the force that builds muscle. Think about it this way. When the muscle is stressed, it feels uncomfortable and sometimes it hurts. Sound familiar? Everyone who spends time in the gym knows when it comes to building muscle, it can take months of pain before you see any growth. You look for the evidence of growth, but you can't see it because muscles grow while you rest. And I believe this was what was taking place within my creative practice. The frustration from painting all those ugly works of art was comparable to pain. You know, it's like you'd feel it from working out. Just like a newbie in the gym, I did not see the progress and I was ready to give up. These paintings I painted, I hated them, right? But it taught me a valuable lesson about myself and my work. Now, if you remember the movie Karate Kid, in both versions, the master trains the student by doing these boring chores which seem outside the scope of what martial artists, must learn. The student conducts these chores, feeling disconnected to the desire, right? Or their desire. Eventually, the student becomes frustrated and believing they're wasting time and effort. And just when the student is ready to quit, he discovers powerful abilities which justifies his unorthodox training. Sound familiar? Now, think about your own creative practice and what bothers you about your work. Take a deeper look into what this experience is teaching you. You may be surprised by the things you learn subconsciously. For me, it was how to mix colors more effectively. I also learned how to limit my color palette and other things like how to use shapes and understanding the relationships within a design. I certainly learned application techniques and a thing or two about composition. Of course, it took a lot of trial and error and a lot of disappointments from subpar results, but I did learn even though I didn't realize it at the time. Now, there was an inspiring scene in the movie when the Karate Kid achieved martial arts status or martial arts skills he once only dreamed of. Once he realized that he gained the skill he unknowingly trained for, his confidence suddenly changed. Not only did his confidence change, but he became someone new. He stepped into the identity of a martial artist. His beliefs changed, so his output changed. This is a perfect example of frustration turned into victory. This transformation took place with my artistic practice, and it will happen to you. Now, there's a scripture, very powerful scripture in the Bible that says, weeping may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning. You can expect struggle within your artistic practice, and yes, it will be uncomfortable. However, your pain will not last long. Work through it, and you'll experience a breakthrough and gain confidence in your craft. It won't always feel good or be easy. However, everything of value requires a fair measure of pain as a down payment. If remarkable things were easy to come by, they would be as common as the sand on the beach. Your gift is not common, neither is it average. This is why it's so hard to produce work which provokes our imagination. While it's true, all art doesn't deserve our attention, the art that does, it takes incredible skill to win our confidence. Art on this level not only catches the eye, but also the heart. It doesn't happen by chance or luck. It takes place through pain, failure, and disappointment. And if you can withstand the inevitable setbacks, you will enjoy success and fulfillment for seasons to come. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit that super button, send me a coffee, and check me out on Substack. It's Mind Your Newness at Substack. The article is there for you to check out. I write a weekly article every week, and there's other articles for you to read as well. I love you all. Yahweh bless. Get out there, create something, and change the world. Yahweh bless.